Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 22 of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, titled Attack of the Headless Horror. We start off with this guy, this knockoff Indiana Jones, like if Indiana Jones merged with Mr. Incredible, kind of. Like he's basically Indiana Jones from Dollar Tree, but he's built like a smaller Mr. Incredible. I don't know how to explain it. That's just kind of what I feel like. He's, doing Indiana Jones shit, trying to find the... I'm not even going to try and recall what... I couldn't even remember what he was trying to find when I was watching the episode. So he's with his wife and a dude he calls Kachinga. His real name is Charles, and they were friends at Oxford together. He apparently calls him that because, gotta have a native if you're an explorer. And we later find out allows it to happen because, the pay's good, so he doesn't get... The pay's good, so he allows it to happen. And my man, that's just the most real shit ever. Hey, I'm getting paid. He's paying me at the end of the day. He can call me whatever he wants. Of course, Fred... And of all the places... So we find out from Fred, who's a Rick Spartan fan, that he's going to be the new biology teacher. And after the introduction to the class, we find out he has probably zero credibility to be teaching this class. Yeah. He then invites Fred and the gang over for dinner and just like... stranger danger, I guess. Stranger danger, really, dude. What kind of parents do they have that they're just like, oh yeah, let's just send him over to the strange man's house we've never seen before. I'm pretty sure they're all minors at this point. I don't know if it's ever explicitly stated their ages, but so they're still in high school, so they're maybe at the youngest, maybe 16. Maybe they're already 18. You know what? Maybe they're 18. But still, come on. So, Rick's, he's bragging about all his trophies. Then this head starts talking, what? Yeah? Head starts talking. And then he gets attacked by a monster. The usual. They find out that it was a curse. They think it's a cursed monster, so they go to Velma's mom. And they go to the botanical garden, and have Scooby do the chant. It doesn't work. Because, of course it's not going to work. They managed to fend off the monster for a little bit, but, Rick Spartan is injured. He decides that he's not going to do it anymore. He's, got down in he's kind of in a funk. Meanwhile, the gang, for some reason, circles back to the botanical garden and actually finds clues and puts two and two together somehow that it was Rick Spartan's wife doing all this. Of course, they blame Kachinga, or Charles, initially so they can catch her in the act, but, here's the thing. They wanted to prove it was her because they knew once the monster was gone, once Kachinga was arrested, the monster was a fake, Rick would want to go back. Which means his wife would want to take back up the mantle and attack him again. But, that's sound reasoning, it's gonna happen. But not, 2 seconds. But not 2 seconds after. I get it. The episode, needed to end. But I feel like the pacing on this was a bit off. I feel like there might have been a scene or two that could have been cut. Or maybe they just could have had maybe a little flash forward. I don't know. I just feel like it felt odd. He immediately decided, all right, I'm going to become an adventurer again. I'm not going to retire. Bam, attacked. Was she just waiting in the other side of the wall in the suit for shits and giggles? I don't know. Well, no charges are pressed against her, by Rick or Kachinga. And I'm just... But I think she did do some property damage to the hospital, I believe. So, you know, I'm assuming Rick's at least a little, I don't know. I feel like that's at least a little bit of a crime. Also, weirdly, we had Shaggy and Velma having this little connection again after breaking up early in season 1, only to end it weirdly at the end of the episode with Velma telling Shaggy, yeah, I don't have those feelings for you anymore. We're just going to be friends. And I'm just like, okay. That was most pointless. I feel like we could have cut that scene, those scenes, and I don't know how to feel about this episode. The pacing felt a little weird, but overall it was fun. I actually liked them returning back to the scene of the crime, finding evidence. I don't know. It felt. I also kind of wish they'd showed us them going to the leaps and bounds to figure out it was the wife. I don't know. Overall, I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.